Hello, lovely ones. Welcome into my raw babies. It's good to have you here. I'm going to be looking at some really fun cosmic messages. I can feel a fun message coming out for somebody or for several of you out there. So let's have a look. They want me to start off with these ancestor cards, so we'll see where this is going. I want to invite in any non-physicals of the love, light, those in service of the Most High God, those with beautiful messages to impart to somebody. Use me as your vessel, and I thank you in advance for your messages. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing this reading. We've got the Shaman of Reflections here. Okay, so I'm getting that you're seeing, well, that's annoying, we'll put that there. I'm getting that you're seeing things differently, you know, in hindsight, and really kind of getting, you know, real value from it. Because when we look back at things and we can frame something differently in our minds, that's where we get the value. Then, you know, it's almost like you're transmuting something by seeing something that felt negative at the time through a lens of love and appreciation, which is so powerful, guys, in our personal alchemy. Yes, and that's what gets us initiated. We've got the spirit of initiation here. Okay, so, you know, I joke and I say about the loot lounge, the lounge of the gods, but it's not really a joke, you know. It's kind of like you are getting your consciousness up into that place. You know, we've got the ancestor of exile here, big rhino on the card, so that could mean something to you. Connections to Africa, I would say. And maybe you felt like to do your spiritual pathway, you had to kind of disconnect from people around you. We've got the dancer of frustration here and the hunter of paths. So wow, it hasn't been easy for you to find your pathway. We've got the ancestor of illusion on the bottom of the deck here. Wow, so you've really been tested with something here, and I feel like you're seeing something clearly. Let me know how that resonates, because they're showing me the Ace of Swords in my mind, like you're seeing something clearly, and you're seeing that it was always a part of your pathway to have to discern between that which was illusion, and it might have felt comfortable, and it might have felt good, because sometimes illusions, they feel good, you know, but I feel like you've escaped the illusion and you're seeing something very clearly here, that you're on the right path, and that you do have knowledge that, you know, not everyone manages to stumble across. So I feel a great sense of determination, and whoever's energy this is, this determination to live in your truth and to not be swayed by, you've stuck to your heart's path here with the Hunter of Paths, and you haven't been swayed by people who misinterpreted you or didn't understand you. So I feel like you had to go it alone. For someone out there, you had to really rely on self for this one. So let's have a look. So I'm hoping this will be a fun one. All right, but we don't know. There we go. Okay, the sun. There we go. So you know what? Exile is a funny old thing, isn't it? Feeling like we're abandoned out in the world on our own. And I always say that, you know, the non-physicals move in even more powerfully when we feel like we've got no physical human support. And I feel like, you know, they're showing me this pathway, and they're giving me Lilith, like the way she was cast out of the Garden of Eden for sticking to her heart and for wanting to be, you know, counted as a being of God, right? So this is almost like they're showing me you having gone through the rocky terrain of feeling alone, and now you're getting to the sunshine, you're getting to the destination, okay? Destination. And I'm hearing destination unknown, so you didn't know where you were going to end up, but you know, this following your heart here, they're showing me the heart chakra, the Tiphereth, and the solar plexus combined. 9 of Wands. So you've been protecting your dreams, you've been protecting your happiness, and you know what that means to you. We've got the 10 of Wands here alongside the 9 of Wands. So it's telling me that this cycle of arduous, you know, exile is you know, coming to an end with the 10 of Wands. You're closing out that cycle. We've got the Empress on the bottom of the deck here. All right, so I'm getting that you're receiving gifts for having taken the pathway that felt harder, and for being loyal to yourself, and for really listening to spirit. Okay, listening to spirit is giving you an upgrade in your manifestational capacity, or in your conscious prowess, like the way you can move timelines and move into different timelines. We've got Temperance here, so I'm getting an alchemical upgrade for somebody. You're turning into a master, okay? And all the frustration and all the exile is really, it's part of the test. You know, we come here to test ourselves. We've got the 7 of Cups here. So there still could be this sense of not knowing where you're headed, reflecting on things. We've got the 3 of Wands. Okay, let's get 3 more. And then we'll clarify these. Okay, Hanged flipping out upright. Okay, righting itself. Let's have a look if that comes out again. Okay, Eight of Swords. So someone's had a right old time of things here. Ace of Pentacles. And the Empress. There we go. With the World. You see this victory wreath on this card. You know, getting the victory. And I feel like you've gone around the whole... Something like you have gone around the whole of a certain cycle. Alright, or you've done every step through the major arcana, which probably felt, you know, particularly difficult, you know, because it's not supposed to be easy. And, you know, most humans don't get to the awakened state that the Fool represents. People think the Fool card is just, you know, a new pathway. But, you know, Tarot is for occultists. Tarot is for people who want to become true emperors and empresses within the dream. And they don't want to have to live in survival mode. They want to thrive, you know, and they want to be sovereign in their own reality. So I'm getting that there was this this discrepancy with the Seven of Cups, where sometimes you were doubting yourself, thinking, is this the right pathway for me to take? But then you kept zoning back into that heart space, and you kept finding new platforms of consciousness to keep you going, okay? Because this has been a real old journey for somebody. Let's have a look at this Nine of Wands. Show me. The Eight of Wands. Okay. Show me one more. Got the 8, the 9 to the 10. Two of Swords. So I feel like you're clearing, you know, you're clearing your mind a little bit here, because we've got the Two of Swords, which would sort of take me to the frustration of not knowing if you're taking the right path, but being quite defensive of what feels right to you. And I'm hearing that there's communications that you've received, that they want you to be very aware. Yes, you've received clear communication from the backstage, from the etheric realm, and to be confident in that and have a sense of upliftment from that. But this is also you sort of flying out of the positionings that have maybe made you feel trapped, or maybe made you feel like, you know, is this ever going to end kind of thing, okay? So I do feel like this is a really fun reading. But yeah, Empress on the Sun. We've got the Empress twice here. So this is where the fun comes in with the Empress, okay? Lots of purple, lots of pink, lots of creating, lots of remembering what life is all about, is having fun and, you know, enjoying yourself, you know? So that's what you're moving into here with the Sun and the Empress, all right? And, you know, I can really see these energies powerfully bookmarking the reading. Like, this is your initiation. This is you having moved through... they're telling me the Matrix, like it's been difficult for you being around people who operate on a rule set that is completely different to the free-minded people, all right? And that's where the confusion came from feeling into other people's energies. And when they're so convinced they're right, it feels right what they're saying, you know? It's the test. Which truth are you going to choose? Because both truths are true. The 3D is one rule set, one set of truths. And the higher dimensions, the higher dimensionality of consciousness, it's true for us when we're, you know, following our North Node to follow our North Node. But some people aren't following their North Node. In the 3D mindset, you're not following your North Node. You've been pulled off course. So to them, that feels comfortable. To them, that feels nice. So I feel like, you know, you're particularly psychic and you were picking up on that, and people were making you doubt your pathway. And they want you to know it's because both of those truths are true. They're pulling me to the rose and telling me you always picked the rose. You always picked the heart, the pink rose over the snake. Okay, we've got a game in England called Snakes and Ladders, and you go up the ladders and you slide down the snakes. So they're showing me you making sure you don't slide down any snakes at all costs. Like, you've really clung on to your truth and to your heart. So well done for that. Let me know if that resonates in the comments, because I'm seeing someone, like, you know, if you were to fall down, like, not a cliff, but one of those steep inclines, and they're showing me rocks falling down and you just keeping on climbing up. So it's pretty beautiful. Show me the 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands. And we've got the 3 of Wands here as well. So now it's your time. I feel like now it's your time to pick your path, okay? And it's going to feel different compared to what you've been through before. It's going to feel like, whoa, is it really over? Yes, the World card, it's really over. And, you know, my spirit guide said to me a few months ago, right, You've been to the extremity of survival on that end of the stick. Now flip the coin, go to the extreme end of thriving, and it feels different, all right? We've got to adjust day by day from being in survival mode to thriving, but they want you to embrace this. It's now your time to pick your pathway and create. Point that focus at whatever you want to create. There we go. We've got the Sun card again on Temperance. So it's time to flip the script. This is an important message for someone who has been through it. Okay, you might be able to relate to terms like anxiety, PTSD. They want you to kind of allow those ideas of yourself to dissolve and point towards the sunshine here with the Empress twice and the Sun card twice. This is really your time to really invest in your dreams, to invest in those things that really pull at your heart, and to move from surviving to thriving, okay? Because you've been initiated, you've done it, all right? And they want you to see all these tests that you've been through as blessings, because we come to Earth for those tests and we want to play the game like we're playing GTA or Tomb Raider, all right? So look at this lovely clarity with the King of Swords coming out on top of this Seven of Cups. So this is you being so firm and grounded and rooted in your beautiful mind and knowing your truth here. Hermit energy on the Three of Wands. So I feel like you could be gathering your ideas. They want you to remember your dreams from childhood and from various parts of your life. They're showing me a notepad. Maybe you've written something down somewhere that they want you to remember with the Hermit. They want you to remember the gems, the crystals, the diamonds, the rubies. They want you to remember the value in your dreams here, and really sit with yourself and really give yourself maybe a night to create a mood board. Or, you know, when I did my mood board, it was fascinating because I was just picking the posts on Pinterest that most made me feel like myself and reminded me of my soul. And then when you put them up on the wall, I printed out like 50, and I realized that it was my soul turned inside out and put up on the wall in my room. I'm looking at it right now, and there's a lot of purple, a lot of pink, and a lot of green, funnily enough. And so I'm seeing those patterns in my soul. So they might want you to do something like that and remember that gorgeous tapestry of your soul and fully focus on, you know, getting what you want now. It's your time to get what you want, I would say. Show me the Eight of Swords. The Magician, yeah. So the Eight of Swords is being stuck in a prison of the mind. The Magician is dominating your own mindset, understanding your emotions are tools, emotions are potions. The point of focus, the pointed sword is like you focusing your intellect the way you want it to go, you know, and the wand is that passion, that desire, and then we get the manifestation. So it's time for you to move into this beautiful workroom, theater of the mind, and, you know, really embrace your power here with the Magician card. It's time for you, my darling, to be an expert conjurer. You see, she's got the power in her hand here. You've got the Empress twice, the Sun card twice, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, this is a lovely reading, and this is fun. They want you to get into the fun, okay? It can be hard when we've got this momentum of surviving and, you know, being frustrated and misunderstood, and then all of a sudden they're like, right, now have some fun, okay, cherubim? Remember why you came here. They're giving me that David Bowie, let the children boogie. Oh, let all the children boogie, right? They want you to get in. Remember, that's what you came here to do, my darling. I'm sending someone a big hug because I know you've been through it, okay? Ace of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. Freshness, newness, sharpness, clarity, and abundance. And you are well worth the abundance that the universe wants to flow at you. They just need you to decide exactly what you want and how you want to create it. Again, there's something about you planning out your new life, doing a mood board, going on Pinterest, using it to really bring your inner world outwards and to see who you are, you know, when you're inspired. Again, they want you to remind yourself of who you are when you're completely inspired and completely confident that you can create and draw in and magnetize everything you want. So this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Let's see. The World card again. You've completed it. You've completed your initiation and you're there. All right. So it's just about going easy on yourself and pulling your focus to all those fun, bubbly, cheerful, magical things. They're showing me cupcakes and, you know, trinkets and beautiful things here. I'm going to pull some animal cards. Let's pull some animal cards, and then I'm going to pull some trinkets. You know, I keep forgetting they're on the table. I can be a bit too much of a serious occultist, you know. I'm trying to keep it balanced. I've got a lot of Venus in my chart, but I've also got a lot of Pluto. So yeah, let's have a look. One at a time, please. One at a time. The Swan, there we go. It's time for you to gracefully glide into your ideal reality, okay? And you know, give yourself credit. I feel like some of the things you've been through have really tested your faith, all right? And that's the job here, right? To regain your faith. And, you know, I'm getting this will be an annoying message for someone, but they do want to remind someone that when you're a badass, you do choose the more difficult pathways, because you get to experience much more bounty. You know, the more we suffer in this world, the more juicy the fruit is when we get our dreams fulfilled, okay? So that's for somebody out there. You know, we never suffer without reward, okay? That's what this realm is beautiful for. And if I hadn't been with demons, I wouldn't be able to appreciate what's coming in for me in a beautiful, loyal, devoted husband. So there we go. I'm actually glad that, you know, you do. When you reflect on things, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I went through that. It didn't feel like that at the time. But it really helps us to really get those juicy rewards and to really feel how beautiful love is when we've had the opposite, darlings. So we've got the unicorn here. So this is you having your fun, being magical, connecting to the ethers, letting yourself be really colorful. I'm getting loads of hues of purple and baby blues and baby pinks and candy. And, you know, I did a reading the other day about the universe being your personal shopping mall, and that's the state they want you to be in now. They want you to know the worst is over. Oh, and that you've passed the test here, okay? The frustration's falling down. I'm going to leave them there because that initiation card's fell down twice now. And it's almost like they want you to know the initiation's over and you are solidified. You are this Empress or Emperor. You are that creatrix. You are doing it. You're very awake within the dream now. And you can utilize all that to your advantage and go get your bounty, go get your loot, okay? The measuring cup. Where's Temperance? Over here. So again, birth chart connections here. We've got the A, okay, and they're giving me alpha, the alpha and omega. A is the first letter or sound of the alphabet, and it represents, you know, that power of God, really. So they're giving you sort of like a medal here, like you've done it. It's like, imagine if you were in the army and you had to go through, you know, the training. They want you to know the training's over now. Now you've just got to live your life, you know. That's how I'm getting this. We've got the salt here. So this could be about cleansing the past, cleansing out, you know, old thought pathways, and, you know, letting yourself really create newness, okay? It's as easy to create a button as it is to create a castle. So they want you to really get broad-minded with your creations. The bigger the better, okay? The bigger the dream, the better is what I'm getting here. Oh, look, and we've got sexy little Buddha coming out on the table to remind us to chuckle and to remind us that, you know, it's supposed to be fun. So he's very jolly. He finds humor in the most crazy of situations, the Buddha does. So Buddhism could mean something to you here. And I feel like for someone, they want you to connect to this energy of the Buddha, Buddhism, but also Hinduism, like the fabric of reality itself. And we've got Friends coming out, okay, which is a nod from your soul group that you're not alone. And you know, I feel like there has been energy walking side by side with you throughout everything you've had to deal with. And they want you to see the past from this new, higher perspective with the Empress, and realize that for someone, you picked a hard path because, you know, you could be an older soul, an ancient soul, an advanced soul. So you're covering bases for the one, for God, for all of us, you could say. You've been covering bases and covering territory that, you know, the more advanced souls will cover. And you chose this because you are like the special forces of the spirit world, okay? So they want you to remember that and embrace your creative power now. This is gorgeous. Unicorn energy. Let's have that fun, okay? It's time for you to party. It's time for you to party and to see how wonderfully you did during, you know, your initiatory pathway. I'm hearing clapping. Bravo, okay? And I feel like, you know, you've got friends in the ether who are clapping for you, who are giggling with you, with the Buddha energy coming out. They want you to grasp that sunshine, all right? And really go for gold here. Dream big and enjoy the world you've created. You've done it. You are initiated. Mwah.